everybody, Holly Duckworth here, Aware Care Durango, and I am a quantum healing hypnosis technique practitioner, a level 3 QHHT practitioner. And I want to talk to you today about 3 things that you should think about before you book your QHHT session. It's important to be prepared because this is an exciting moment, a transformational moment for you. And so make sure that you've got all of your ducks in a row before you book that important session. The first thing that I would recommend that you do before you book your QHHT session is to make sure that you've chosen a practitioner that you trust. This is going to be a very intimate setting, a very vulnerable setting for you, and you want to make sure that your QHHT practitioner is caring, loving, that they've done their internal work to get their ego out of the way and be available to serve you on that important day for you. So number 1, make sure that you have chosen a QHHT practitioner that you can trust, that you can develop trust with. Secondly, you'll come into your QHHT session with a list of questions that you want your QHHT practitioner to ask your subconscious while you're in hypnosis. So the QHHT practitioner is basically having a conversation with your subconscious based upon those topics and those questions that you want answered. So the second thing to think about before you book that QHHT session is understanding what those questions are and what priorities you have around those questions. So be very thoughtful and very intentional. You get to have a conversation with that eternal part of you. What do you want to be? Be a part of that conversation. What topics do you want to cover? It could be about physical health, emotional health, relationships, life decisions, past, present, future. But take some time to really understand your own priorities and be intentional about what you want to uncover and what you want to investigate during that QHHT session. Lastly, maybe the most important thing before you book your QHHT session is to make sure that you're ready for the change, that you're ready for the transformation that's going to come about during this important moment. Amazing information is going to come out in that session. And in order to heal, in order to move forward, we're usually getting advice from our subconscious to change things in our life. It is the status quo that has gotten us to where we are before we come into that session. And so to move forward, the future is probably going to look different than the past. And so really do some reflection and really make sure that you're ready for earth-shattering change, for miraculous and amazing healing, but healing that may require you to change your life, change your behaviors, maybe even change your relationships. So 3 things to think about before you book your QHHT session. Have you chosen a practitioner that you can trust? Have you really been thoughtful and introspective on what topics and what questions you want to cover with your subconscious? And lastly, and maybe most importantly, are you ready? Are you ready for that transformational change, for a total move forward in your life? Just a little bit there on things to think about before you book your QHHT session. Thank you for your time.